Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, today to a review of Sonic Chaos for the Game Gear. Now, similarly to Sonic Pocket Adventure, not too long ago I played it for you all on the channel, and I had a good time with it. I'd say I had a good enough time. I would one day consider revisiting it, maybe to get a good ending. I played through it twice, Sonic playthrough, Tails playthrough. I at least got some mileage out of the game, but today, I'm sitting down and taking a critical look at Sonic Chaos. And starting off the story, meh. Quite literally meh. I know if I had, the manual, or if I googled it online, I'd probably find a better story, but, the game was, released back in 1993? In 1993, we got Sonic CD, and right after that, the following year, we got, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Very show don't tell stories, and same with Sonic CD. That was interesting. It had story, and you could pretty much gather all the story in the game from the game itself without even reading the manual, and that was cool! And honestly, with just how many Sonic games there are within this journal alone that feature that basic story of, oh, Eggman did a thing, go stop him. Honestly, just a solid meh. And at the time that I was writing this script, I was doing a big marathon where I was just going through and writing down reviews for every game I've played at the moment. I'm nowhere near writing a review for every game I've played, but when I got to Sonic Chaos, I was like, really, there's no story here, so what's the point in even... It's just meh. It's more than a Mario game, alright, but it's at that point in the series, I felt number one, that's getting kind of repetitive. And number two, just looking at all the games at that time, you could just say that story and then be like, okay, take a guess what Sonic game it is. I don't fucking know. The only Sonic game with that little information was Sonic 1. Really, the only game setting this apart from the rest of the classic Sonic games, and barely at all, is Eggman Stole Chaos Emerald. Okay, I know, the only other games that did that were Triple Trouble and I think Labyrinth Zone. Not Labyrinth Zone, Sonic Labyrinth. Eggman stole Sonic's shoes and put him in jail. So yeah, story, a big fat meh. The gameplay is good though. It's better than okay. It is classic Sonic gameplay, and I give it props for, being on the Game Gear, so I kind of gave it lenience there, but when it comes to the level design, it's just okay. You could not get more okay level design from any Sonic game in this entire series. And I struggle to really say if that's good or bad, because, just okay level design, it's just okay. You can't really... It's not memorable at all. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not even memorable. It's just okay level design. It's just decent. And I honestly think that is the worst thing any video game could be. Just decent. If the game's bad, you remember that. It's bad. I remember Sonic and the Secret Rings more than I remember Sonic Chaos for one reason. That game was bad. And I remember that very vividly. This game is just okay. Nothing interesting happens. Sure, when it comes to special stages, it's interesting because you gotta collect 100 rings, but then as Tails, you don't get access to the special stages because, well, if you collect 100 rings as Tails, you just get an extra life. You don't hold on to those rings. No, your ring counter resets, and then you collect another 100 extra life resets. That's it. That's boring. And again, when it comes to the bosses, thankfully they're actually good because some of their designs are cool. And by the midway to end of the game, those bosses will throw in just random last hit surprises that are actually difficult. Like Eggman or that bird robot thing. Those have, once you get them down to your final hits, like their last hit, they will just throw shit at you to like, I refuse to die, bitch. And that is cool. Next up, we got the music, and I only remember like 2, maybe 3 tracks from this entire game. And I could not name you what they were from. I want to say one of them is the Invincibility theme, but I don't even remember that. I don't remember a single... I have one track from the entire game that's in my head that I can remember, but I don't remember what zone it's from. I want to say it's like either Turquoise Hill or that water zone. I barely even remember the names, because the game is just forgettable. Again, when it comes, for like a Game Gear game, it kind of looks meh, doesn't really look that great, but it's a Game Gear game, so, I give it kind of a pass on that. I mean, for difficulty, the game's too fucking easy. Like, the bosses, thankfully, towards the end of the game, the bosses pick up the difficulty, but it makes it all inconsistent at the end of the day. And then, when it comes to, like, replay value for it, like, the replay value for this game is nothing. Like, you play it through your first time as Sonic, okay, great. You're definitely gonna replay it a second time as Tails, just to, like, see, get your money's worth out of it. And you might play it a third, fourth, maybe fifth time trying to get all the emeralds. Maybe, I don't really know, but the game's forgettable. I really want to say this is a forgotten gem in the Sonic series, but it's not. Not in the same way that Sonic 1 on Game Gear is. It's just forgettable, and I hate that. This is, by textbook definition, a good game. It's not broken, the level design's okay. It's not bad level design, but it's just completely forgettable and has, like, no challenge in it. I rarely ran into enemies. Like, outside of Turquoise Hill Zone, I rarely ran into enemies in this game until I got to the bosses, and that hurts the game a lot, in my opinion. And sadly, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's a bad game, but I wouldn't say it's good. The only way to describe Sonic Chaos is forgettable.